The difference between talk, speak and communicate is when we are talking to one person and he is responding to us, it's called a communication. When we talk or when we speak and he is not responding, so how come you expect that it is a complete speech or it's a complete conversation? A complete conversation would come into picture where you have a proper response from the opposite person.
From the participants otherwise.
Simple. Well, this is how the communication starts. See, whether you do not have the grammar in picture, whether you do not have the proper slang in picture, whether you do not have the clarity in the speak in picture, it's absolutely not necessary. What is necessary is, are you able to deliver the talk or the speak, or are you able to deliver the subject of the topic which you are interested with? Is more important.
Yeah, actually body language also will help.
That comes into the personality development, sir.
One of my friend, he never uses verbs in English. I with you. That means he expresses that will come, the verb will come with his body expression. I come with like that. So
again, you are referring to to one simple topic called body language.
Body language.
Correct. Body language comes under personality development. Personality development is again a completely different kind of a picture.
No, it is also communicate something. Now,
yes, sir. Yeah, you are right, sir. But whereas talk, speak, these comes under a part of communication.
Okay.
So body language definitely comes under personality development. Personality development, as sir was saying just a few minutes ago, is not like building your own body with 6-pack, 4-pack or 5-pack.
No.
Not like that.
It is not physical body.
It's not physical emotion or a physical connection or a physical appearance. Personality development is more importantly related to the mindset. So what it is framed here, you will talk or you will speak or you will communicate. And what you will communicate, based on that, your hands will move, your legs will move, and your question mark. Full stop.
What not?
Perfect. Excellent. This is what the body language. Simple. We need not have to crack our heads for the things which we do not know. We have to focus on the things what we know.
What we know.
Now coming to the point and making it more simple to you, how do you have to, never ever you have to crack the interview. You have to clear the interview. There is a lot of difference between cracking the interview.
But generally in magazines they will say that how to crack interview, how to.
That is in the magazine, not in the interview hall. When we go to the interview, the very first impression, the very first and the basic impression, where an interview would look upon you is how you are giving a shake hand to him. The shake hand, when you give it to an interview hand or a HR person, should be something like this.
Yeah.
It should not be
confident.
Correct. It should not be something like
at the end of the hand.
Correct. Unfolded or an incomplete shake hand.
Incomplete.
You should give, whether you get the job, whether you do not get the job, whether you clear the interview or not. It is important that you have to leave a positive impression at the HR or an ops manager, operations manager, or a line manager to whom you are facing the interview or who is going to take your interview.
But some people say that we should not give shake hand to the interviewer.
Sir, I'll tell you something. This giving a style of or probably giving a way of shake hand is more related to the corporate culture. Accenture, Microsoft, HP, HCL, Cisco, and then Infosys.
So corporate companies will prefer this shake hands.
Not only prefer, it is something like how you are welcoming the person. In fact, to speak, the way you give the shake hand and the way you close it, it says that how good and how keen you are interested into this particular job. It is the basic, that is what I learned. That is what I have presented the way different styles in the personality development, in the way of communication. How do you have to clear the interview and what are the skills required? In those skills, if you talk about 10 skills, out of 10, I would say the first skill will be
Shake hand. How to shake hand?
Okay, fine. As you said that shake hand is not a style of attending the interview at every place. Probably not in the government interviews. Probably not.
Yeah. Because I
Namaste?
faced some namaste.
You do not give the namaste something like this, right? Definitely you will have to give this.
That is also a gesture. Clear gesture should be there.
The way the shake hand is. What's wrong in giving the shake hand, sir? Nothing. Whereas your tone should be very moderate. In sense, neither at a high pitch
Or low pitch.
it's something like this. Immediately you entered into the interview room and there is a person already sitting over there who would take your interview. You should not say something like that. Hi, how are you? And you should not say something. Hi, how are you? You should say something. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? This is much more a gentle way.
Okay.
So the first step.
Moderate way, as you said.
Hi, sir. How are you? In fact, to speak, you need not say this corporate culture and these corporate industries do not expect you to be more polite or to be in a more respectful way. Just be very casual and formal. Not like over casual as he is your best friend or something. Hi, how are you? Kaisa hai bhai? No, should not be like that. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Immediately they'll say that please take your seat. It does not mean to say that take your seat and go out.
So
Take your seat and sit down gently.
unless he asks us to take our seats, we should not occupy it.
You have to. Either he says or you do not say that. So if we do not say that, or if we do not invite you to sit in the shade, it means say that, let us get into the subject. Mindset again. Answer. It is not. So, okay, anyhow, the first step is clear. Second, step number 2. He will start asking you one simple question. Please to introduce yourself. Now, how do you have to introduce? Very simply, very gently, very simply, and with the same polite, moderate communication. Start with your educational qualification. You can start with your 10th class, or more importantly, usually interviewers would look into that you will start from your graduation and then post-graduation. If any technical qualifications, more importantly, years are not so particular because everything is very much described into the resume. So it will help you out. Start with your graduation and then post-graduation and then technical qualifications and then if any postgraduate diplomas, which is really very, very important. Now when the post-graduation diplomas will come into picture, it means say that your technical qualifications are ready to introduce themselves. And while you are introducing yourself, the most sensitive and the delicate step you need to focus is do introduce yourself, the one what you have mentioned in the resume.
No, when we mention all these in the resume, why the interviewer poses so many questions on that?
Good question, sir. Very good question.
Because he knows everything now. So it's waste of time and all this.
Who knows everything?
Resume, he studies the resume now.
Resume will not speak on behalf of you. Resume will not communicate on behalf of you.
A resume represents our details now. Yeah.
The detail, so he is testing you how far the one what you are going to introduce yourself is very closely matching the resume. That's the reason they ask you. Otherwise, they can ask you to sit outside and they can see the resume and they can, okay, I'll offer you this particular position, this is the salary. So, in fact, I think I'll tell you one simple thing. Why should they give you the job? They can give the job to your resume, right? So, is your resume going to work on the floor?
No, actually, we are going to work. That resume represents our qualification.
Right. So it is not a testing actually, basically. In fact, to speak, I would say that attending an interview is something like establishing a kind of a healthy and a professional relation with an interviewer.
Okay, Mr. Raga, complete.
Now, I'll tell you very one simple example. It is not an interview.
Viva, that's...
No. If you get into the depth, one of my foreign coaches, one of my foreign instructors, while I was working in an international call center, he helped us to understand it is an inner view.
Interview, not interview.
What is your inner view?
So the interviewer will examine your inner view.
Later part, it's something like interview, interview, and then it has become interview. How many people or how many would agree with me or how many would say that it is an interview? Out of 10, I would say 0 because it's ages ago they know about it. Simple, sir. Now finally coming to the point. Always, once you introduce yourself, if the interviewer has started asking you about the subject line, there are two important aspects which you have to follow. If you know the subject or if you are through about the technical values, do get connected to the interviewer and do discuss with him. As much as you get into the depth of the subject, it will be very easy for them to understand which position to be offered for you.
Yeah.
And what is the
Package to be offered.
not package? I would say that CTC, cost to company. Never ever say that package, sir. Package has been, it is not a packaged drinking water, right?
Yeah.
It is not a packaged food, right? It is something what a company is investing upon employee for a period of 12 months. So your salary is, for example, 10,000. For example, 10 into 12, 1,20,000. So 10,000 is your salary per month which you are drawing, and 1,20,000 is the investment which company is investing on an employee. So the term should be like CTC.
CTC.
Cost to company.
Cost to company.
Out of 100, if you ask me 99 people, they would feel very comfortable saying that what is your package?
And that is
What is your package? That has become a
colloquial word.
That has become a so-called social fantasy. See, we have some rules and regulations, we have some policies. Let's adhere to them. More important. Now coming to the point again and the subject line. If you are through about the subject and if you are sure that you can answer to that question, be connected to the questions and help the interviewer to ask more to 2 or 3 more questions so that he will have a clear idea in his mind. Okay, to which position he will be suitable very closely, or what is the best CTC I can offer. Again, definitely after when the CTC is offered to a particular figure or to a particular number, they will give a breakup.
So generally in
please.
Interviews, they will ask about our experiences and all this.
That is what.
How it matters and all this.